got that G at my nullos. I'm just saying. We pull up to the scene, they be filled with jealousy. If a bitch get
stop
finicky, she gon' bring the energy. I hit a phone with a
3, 2, 1, action.
The journey starts today.
So hello everyone, it's HAIRDRESSER and I'm back for another video, and I hope you guys are having a good time. Welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments below. You guys have seen the title of this video today, but this world is crazy. But this is what I'm wearing before this.
Hoje eu tô com tesão, hoje eu tô com tesão. Hoje eu tô com tesão, vem cá, moção. Hoje eu tô com tesão.
All the extra is what we do.
Hoje eu tô com tesão, hoje eu tô com tesão, vem cá, moção.
Let's go. This world is crazy. I've said it so many times, but people feel that I'm just being bitter or what, but no, it's not. Guys, you guys have seen what is going on lately, like seriously. So the other day I was just on Twitter, and then I heard that the black creators on TikTok are on strike. They've stopped creating dance videos, dance stuff, because the white creators have been taking their dances and stuffs like that, their techniques, whatever they do, then put on their, and then get the views, the recommendation, the recognition, the adverts, the sponsorships and everything, and now they're now standing up and they've been on strike.
Yeah, black creators on the social media platform say their moves are being copied, but they are not getting credit for them. CBS 46 anchor Tracy Hutchins with a closer look tonight. Tracy.
Well, Rick and Sean, I can tell you this movement has been growing over the last few weeks so far, and young black creators, they're fed up with seeing white creators use their moves and get more views.
Nobody appreciates how much stuff that everybody's doing on TikTok and what's going viral comes from African American people.
Creators like 16-year-old Spencer Ellis from Atlanta says she is joining the hashtag Black TikTok strike.
I'm not going to be making no dances. I'm not going to be doing no dances. Nothing.
The movement gaining momentum from black creators tired of not receiving credit for their original dance moves. All while watching their moves copied by white influencers like Charli D'Amelio, who made $3 million off TikTok last year, and Addison Rae, who made another $5 million in 2020 off the app. They've become TikTok rich and famous by garnering millions of followers.
I can do a TikTok, a little dance TikTok, it might get a couple thousand likes. But let somebody not of color do a TikTok and they're getting millions of likes. You're so hard, you dance so good. And it's just like, why?
Some call it cultural appropriation that causes black creators to miss out on followers, endorsements, and lots of money.
There's just tons of success stories of talent who have literally paid off their parents' houses.
And I was like, oh! Honey, I've been saying this all along. That's how the world has always operated. It's like, let's put it this way. We live in a world where people of color and black people will create stuffs, and it is never seen as something unique or innovative until someone that is of a white race takes that stuff and performs it or does it. Then, oh my God, this is so unique. So it's like anything black or of someone of color is vilified until it has a different skin tone on it, then it is now recognized. And this did not just start now. This has always been that way from way back when. Now you guys are like, how? No, we just heard about it now. Because there are some people that are willfully ignorant, so they never notice anything except it happens in their community right in their face before they're like, oh wow, I never knew this existed.
I was blind. I was so blind.
No, it has always existed. Let's put it this way. In the time of slavery, people decided, okay, we have we have the white race, so they decided to enslave other people that looked different from them. And then when they enslaved, because no one is born a slave, it's a human being who was enslaved by someone else. You get me? So when they do that, and I was like, wait, so they enslaved them, took them, made them do stuff that they would not do themselves, and then guess who got the reward of the hard work of those people that were enslaved? It's a white person. It's a white race. So when you look at it, you're like, oh,
Really?
And now people are like, oh, but slavery has ended, slavery has ended. Slavery never ended. It only morphed or evolved. You know how we have mutants? It mutated into what we have today.
Where is he?
In here, with us.
This ain't no allegedly.
I want answers. You don't want to play games with me?
It went from that to, okay, you can vote and you cannot vote. Until the 15th and 19th amendments of the Constitution, that's when people were allowed to vote. Like black people were allowed to vote. Seriously. And women were allowed to vote. You see what I'm saying? So anything that does not look like the white man was like, nope, you're second class, you're second nature. To
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that. Let's move on.
So when you look at the way slavery even works, it's like someone else did the work and someone else got the benefit, and it was the white person who got the benefit of the, you know, the enslaved people who were of different races and black, that we are not getting the reward for their own hard work. You guys see where I'm coming from? Now bring it into corporate America, bring it into the corporate world. When you're an American, you even travel to a place, the way you are perceived is different from how someone that is a white American is perceived. Which is sad, or someone of color is perceived. Like, oh my god, you know, and I was like, this is so stupid, it's so dumb. So when I heard about these black creators and this strike that they are tired, and I was like, guys, this is why I never joined the TikTok world, never joined, never will. I don't even plan on joining that TikTok community at all. I can admire people who joined it and said, okay, and I'm like, wait, I like to go to places where I am celebrated, not places where I'm tolerated.
You should only go where you are celebrated, not just tolerated. There are a lot of people who are in places and around people who tolerate them, but they don't celebrate them. So
I'm already dealing with YouTube. Why would I want to put myself into TikTok and add more where it is even more amplified with the segregation and discrimination and inequality? Where a black creator or someone of color will create something and get maybe few views. Then when someone that is a white creator copies exactly what that person did and duplicates it on their channel, they are the one getting the endorsements and everything.
Black creators who are now on strike, Spencer says non-black influencers are struggling to create their own dance content.
Your creators aren't there right now, so you got to try to do something, and it just is not working.
Now, TikTok recently addressed the issue in a statement saying black creators are part of what makes the platform so successful. Well, the company recently launched the Black TikTok page, an official account run by black employees. Sean?
I realized at that point, the energy that I was feeling was real.
Now, we've gone from slavery. Now, let's look at the corporate world. I will use myself as an example. I worked in a place where I was the top stylist in the company. I was the one. Guess who got the credits for all my hard work? It was someone who was of a white race. What she did, she was bringing in 1/4 of my productivity. She was bringing that in. Guess who was paid more? She was paid so much more that her income almost doubled mine. But I was the one doing, like, it's sad. And when you look at the salaries that people are paid, when you look at the different races, you can tell that someone that is of a white race tends to get paid more. And that's why you see a lot of these women are like, oh no, we have to fight for our sisters. And shout out to all the supporters of equality in this world, because it makes no sense that it's even, I grew up knowing that the harder you work, the more you should be rewarded for your hard work. That is how I was raised. But we live in a world where it's not that way. It's what you look like that matters. You see it on YouTube. Let's look at the beauty community, for example. You see someone that is of color or black, when they create videos, it doesn't perform as well as someone who does a bland job but is of a white race.
Am I confused? Yes.
You see even the amount of subscribers they have. You can see the disparity, like the gap. You're like, wait, what? This person has to work 10 times harder. Someone that is black or of someone of color has to work 10 times, 100 times harder than someone of a white race to get even 1/10 of the recognition. it's true. We look at the community of people who create videos saying, oh, how to make your YouTube better, how to make your channel better. Those of the black community or people of color, when they create those videos, they get less support than those. You see someone within 1 year, they're like 500,000 subscribers, and you look at them, they're white. Then you see someone that is a black or someone of color creating those videos, and you see that they've been on the platform like 10 years before they can even get up to 400,000 subscribers, and that is like, oh my god, you got that much. Like, it's like if someone has such, let me say, even up to 1 million subscribers and they're black or someone of color, it's like a miracle. Like they have to do something extraordinary that you're like, oh my god, okay. Like it's like a pity fuck. You know what a pity fuck is? That's how it feels.
I am gagged.
Like, because you've worked so hard, created so much just to get because when you look at the work you've done compared to what you get, you're like, you know. But someone that is white can just come like that. 20 million subscribers. 60. You're like, wait, you don't even know that those were even real, because you've bust your ass every part of your skeleton only to get, even if you get up to 2 million, you're like, oh my god, you know. And it's the world we live in. So when I heard about this situation, I was like, wow. Like, it's 2021 and we are still dealing with this? Excuse me, I don't want to deal with that. I'd rather be rich and unknown than rich and famous, because I have to deal with that where I'll do 1,000,000 times the work at my job. Where I've been solopreneur, I've been a self-employed for 4 years now, and I bet you I don't make money like I used to, but I am so happy not to deal with people, not to deal with corporate discrimination and those politics. Like, I am so happy because, yeah, those people will use you for filth, especially when you're someone of color or black. They will use you for filth until, and then if you like, oh, I need a raise, do you know what they will do? They'll just hire another token black or token pot. You know, they're trying to tell you like, oh honey, you can be replaced, you're replaceable, you know. And then you're like, okay, I'll just endure all this torture and keep working like a bungo, you know, so I can get paid. You know, they put you into this enslaved mentality where you're scared to even ask for what you want. Okay.
What's so funny?
This ain't no allegedly.
Because they've made you, they've created a condition in the world where you either follow, assimilate with this system, or get out of here. You know, do you want to put food on your table? Hello, we know this is what you're of your value, but we'll keep you there. If you don't like it, we can employ someone else that is more desperate than you are. And that's why we have this situation. Look at the hair industry on YouTube, on these social platforms. Hello, it's right there in your face. Like, should I say it? We all know what I'm talking about. There are people that have been on this platform for so long that every day they're doing killing themselves. And look how many subscribers they have, or millions of subscribers as they have. Then you see someone that just sits down, looks pretty, but they're white person or they're of a white race. Boom! It's like they grow like, you're like, wait, you like, something people will work 10 years to get, they get it like that in 3 years. Like, wait, how? Impossible. It's just the reality. We live in a world that has been conditioned in such a manner where people are pessimistic to stuff that matters, but they are optimistic to stuff that don't matter. Does that make sense? There's stuff that are valid, they're like, like they don't even care. And that's the world we live in. Unfortunately, it's just the truth. And that's why when I look at the algorithm, how it works, I was like, this stuff was conditioned never to help people of color or black people. Like, the system was created not for them. It was never created for black people and black, brown people of color. The system was never created for that.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. The only reason why some of us benefit from it is because, oh, the Constitution says we all have equal rights. So they're like, dang it, you know, if there was a way they could create these constitutions, this system, to have, you know, okay, 2 types of constitutions, they would have done it. So rather, since they can make it official behind closed doors, they created a system that can make that work. On paper, all is right, but behind the scene, the reality is always different. When black creators create stuff and white creators take it, duplicate it step by step, they are the ones who get the credit of the hard work of the black, brown, and people of color artists. It has always been that way. Look at the rap game. Guess who became one of the most popular artists? The white creators, you know, the white artists. But guess where that culture and system and innovation came from? It came from the black community. It came from people of color. You guys are seeing what I'm saying? It's always that way. So it's like we live in a world that is anti-black, anti-anything different. But once we put the face of a white person in front of that, it is accepted. It is like, ooh! It's like we are anti-black to everything. We love your culture, we love your style, we love your groove, we love your innovation, we love your spirit, we love your how you guys, you know, but we don't love your color. Your color, oh no. That face, oh, you know? You see what I'm saying? It's like anti-black to everything, but anti-black to, it's like everyone wants to be black, right? When it comes to your culture and all that, but no one really wants to be black or be the black, according to Beyonce. She said it best. It's true.
I'm not going to be overly dramatic. I'm going to cut to the chase because I am not feeling well today. I said I was going to give you more about what was going on yesterday. And I'm very emotional because I lost a friend last night. So here's why I'm frustrated. So if I go into the creator marketplace and I put supporting white supremacy and I hit accept, it's okay. And it lets me have my asking rate at $500. White supremacy. But God forbid, let me put Black Lives Matter on there. Watch. It says it's a threat. Boom. Inappropriate content. Can't say that. I cannot say black people. This is my screen recording. And this is why I'm pissed the fuck off. We're tired. We're tired. Okay? Black success. Boom. Inappropriate content. Anything black related is inappropriate content. But black can't say it. Let's take that out of the equation. Supporting white success. The same adjectives I was using to describe us on this app. It's allowed. It's allowed. White voices accepted. $500. Pro-white accepted. $500. But let me say pro-black. A threat. And y'all thought I was gonna stop? Here's the next part. Yeah, I'm fed up. I'm tired. I am a Neo. You can see it. Boom. Accepted. Fine. No issue. Let me delete it. I can say I'm not even gonna say the word out loud because it irks me. Anti. Boom. Right here. You see it. Accepted. God forbid I type this in. Let me get rid of that. Let me say word of the day. I'm a black man. What you think it's gonna say? Threat. I'm done.
So these TikTok creators, I'm just shocked that they are now realizing it now. You know, after the Black Lives Matter movement, people are like, oh yeah, things will be a little bit better. I'm like, no. They'll just find a way to make the system that they've created more evolved, more elusive. Yeah, that's what they will do. It will still continue. It will never ever... No, it has always been that way. I knew it. That's why I packed, honey. I was like, I kept begging for a seat at their table when I deserved this seat at their table, and they're like, oh no. Oh, it must be a cultural thing that you want to grow. Oh no, you're too intimidating. Oh no, you're a wild card. Oh no, yeah, a cultural thing. You're too intelligent. You're too smart. Oh, you make us nervous. For being passionate about your work, they found every excuse. But when I didn't ask for promotion, oh my God, you're an amazing stylist. Oh my God, yeah. I wish we could clone you, provided you look white. Yeah. I was like, that's what it meant. I wish we could clone you, but in the skin of a white person. And I was like, clone? Really? And they could say all this stuff because they felt that I didn't understand what they were saying. They felt I was stupid. Until they found out I had a bachelor's degree. They're like, wait, what? on a full scholarship. They're like, excuse me? I was like, yeah, I'm working with you guys, but I know that I am more qualified than what I'm. It made no sense. And this is my own story, where you're working where someone who has a GED is your boss. Exactly. So it's not even based on your qualification. I was like, I didn't want it to even be that. I just wanted it to be based on what I brought to the table, and still that did not even work. And that's why there is a lot of people that have color and black people who are working jobs below their qualification, because unfortunately that's the system that has been created. And it's just like, okay, it doesn't concern me. Oh, I can't believe it's happening. But it's there. Like, it's real. So these TikTok creators, I'm so sorry that you guys are going through this. I'm shocked because I only go to places where I'm celebrated. Not places where I'm, tolerated. That's why when I hear that black creators and people of color were going on the TikTok platform, I was like, excuse me? After they did this cotton plantation trend and all that stuff, and the Japan, captivity, all that trends, they were doing all those kind of repulsive trends of racism, and that platform still thrives. You guys decided to go put yourself through that? Why the fuck will you do that? Please tell me.
The woman I'm trying to become would draw no satisfaction from this at all. Fortunately, I'm not that woman just yet.
I would never want to put myself through that. I'm sure the black creators are getting less views. The people of color are getting less views than the girl. What's her name again? Charlie D'Amelio. The dance that made her famous, she has, I don't know how many million subscribers she has today. The girl who created the dance, have you heard from her? Exactly. She's a black creator. No one hears from her. No one even knows she exists. It's true. What does Charlie look like? And what does that girl look like? Hello? They will always take your culture, but they will never want you as a person. So that's why I don't try to even force myself to even be creative any longer. I do stuff that I want and just move on with it. I'm not bringing my big guns to the... No, because someone else will take it and they will be the one who gets... No, I stopped. They kept taking and I was like, fuck it, no more. Now let's get into this. The black artists, the black athletes. Did you see what just happened about that situation? I wanted to go fucking crazy. I was like, wait, what the fuck just happened? The two girls that are blacks that are meant to be, in Tokyo to represent our country. Did you guys see? They found a way to vilify the both of them, that they may not be, they are giving them a ban and they may not be able to be athletes to represent the nation in Tokyo because of marijuana, weed. The weed that I walk in the suburbs and I see a lot of them smoke that shit. It's you cough and running for your life. They don't get arrested for it, but these guys are being vilified. It's like once you have a black skin or a skin of a different color that is not white, they'll just find, if they see that you're growing, they'll just find a way to vilify you and make you look like an abomination, like atrocity. Like, it's just so sad. Like, I'm exhausted by it. That's why I don't even fucks with the corporate world, the government. Like, I don't fucks with them. I don't even want to have anything to do with them, not even in representation, because I know how it is. These girls have broke record in this running, and now they found a way to make them look bad. They may not be able to even run to represent their own country that they worked so hard for. Why? Because they are not white. Like, this is what we are. This is what we.
Here comes sha'carri! It's official. The fastest woman in America, Sha'carri Richardson, will not be competing in any events at the Tokyo Olympics. Tonight, USA Track and Field announcing she will not run the 4x100 relay, her last chance to make the team. Richardson earned a ticket to Tokyo with that dramatic victory in the women's 100 meter at the U.S. Olympic trials.
I just want the world to know that I'm that girl.
But following that jubilation, the 21-year-old tested positive for marijuana, a banned substance.
I know what I'm supposed to do. No, I'm allowed not to do, and I still made that decision.
Richardson was suspended for a month and disqualified from running the 100-meter at the Olympics. Her suspension ends before the relay. More than 500,000 people signed an online petition to let sha'carri run. Tonight, USA Track and Field saying they support reevaluating the rules surrounding marijuana use. But, quote, while our heartfelt understanding lies with sha'carri, we must also maintain fairness for all of the athletes.
This is tired. I'm sorry, but
The Court of Arbitration for Sport announced Friday that it has upheld the 5-year ban levied against American hurdler Brianna McNeil for violating anti-doping rules, which will bar her from competing in the Tokyo Olympics. The 29-year-old McNeil told the New York Times in a story published late Thursday that she missed a doping test 2 days after having an abortion, then changed the date on forms provided by a doctor, because she mistakenly thought the doctor had gotten the date wrong. I just don't believe that this warranted a suspension at all, much less a 5-year suspension, for just a technicality, an honest mistake during a very emotional time, she told the newspaper. McNeil was allowed to compete at the U.S. Olympic trials in Eugene, Oregon late last month while her appeal with CAS was pending. She finished second in the final of the 100-meter hurdles to qualify for Tokyo. She will now be replaced on Team USA by Gabby Cunningham, the 4th-place finisher.
I'm so angry because it's not fair, it's not right. Like, I'm sorry. Ain't nobody gonna see this and say, oh yes, it's okay. No, it makes no sense. Like, really? It's like they want people of color and black people to be at bottom positions and stay there. You see what I'm saying? That's why even in the corporate world, they are paid more than their counterparts, and they'll do less work, and they're like, oh my god, I worked hard. I'm like, bitch, you did nothing compared to what these people have done. You did nothing, but you're being paid more and you feel that you deserve it. But these people don't deserve it because you worked hard. You can do a double shift 9 to 9 for 1 day in a year. Oh my god, I worked so hard. And these people that are blacks, brown, and people of color have done like 1,000 shifts of those, and they don't even get half as paid as you are. Like, they don't even get that. How do you think that is fair? So when I heard about these 2 athletes that I've been rooting for them, if there is a way they will even go into the gymnast world and find a way to attack Simone Biles, they will do it. At this point, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're just finding a way, to the point they brought out the abortion that one of them was recovering from. They brought out that procedure and put it in the magazine for the world to hear that this girl failed her test or never showed up for her missed drug test because she was recovering from an abortion. They put it. They didn't even say, oh, she was recovering from a surgery or a procedure. No, they said abortion. Really? It's already bad enough that when there are strong black women, they're like, oh no, they're men. They don't believe they're women. Now you did this just so this girl will be banned for like 5 years from being an athlete. Really? How is that fair? For weed, marijuana, I have never smoked in my life or drank alcohol. You will never see me with that shit. I will never be, nope, not even cigarette. I don't even want to be around it. I don't even go clubbing, partying. But just hearing that they are vilified for that makes me angry, because they smoke this stuff. There are a lot of people, black, brown, people of color, that have been put in prison for many years for stuff that they were innocent for lynching that they never did, for even talking to someone of a different race that they never did in their life. They were killed for it back in the days. Even up to now, some people wish they could still do that, which is so sad and pathetic and awful and gobsmacking. I'm flummoxed by the world we live in. So now telling me now that these kids will not be able to perform in the Olympics because of weed, marijuana. You see what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the court system, the justice system, you'll see that people that are black, brown, or people of color get more sentences for bullshit than people that have their white counterparts, which is sad. George Floyd killer will be 22 years, not life sentence or something.
and it literally made me want to vomit.
If it was someone of a different race that did that, do you think they would get that kind of menial, trivial sentence? Really? Like, are you guys seeing how the system is just created against people of color, black? Like, it's like we should have two separate earths at this point. It's like they just create a system to just make, it's like when you're swimming, the water is meant to be just fresh water, you swim easily. No, as someone of a black, brown, or someone of color, the water you're swimming against in life is muddy, salty water, very heavy. Like the salinity is on a whole different level. So you're doing a million harder muscles just to get even 1/5 of the recognition that this person swam in a freshwater will.
This is a message for all my black TikTokers.
But even on TikTok, where creativity and authenticity thrive, some black creators feel disadvantaged from the start.
I have 125,000 followers, but somebody needs to explain to me how it is I have 354 views on this video.
Am I the only one that has noticed that black creators get least favored by the algorithm?
The algorithm is a reflection of users. So if users are not following and engaging with black creators as much because of systemic racism and other reasons, the algorithm is then going to show that content to fewer and fewer people.
And you guys are saying it's a level field. Ain't no fucking way. Like, these people are representing your country, and still you found the way to vilify them. You literally said recovering from abortion. And we all know how conservatives feel about abortion and stuff like that. That a woman's body, it's not her right to do what she wants with her body. We all know that. And then you put this out there. So even if people will have sympathy for her, that she missed her drug test. No, when they hear abortion, like, oh, you know, you live. Like, only a fool will not know what is going on. Like, this is what we call willful ignorance. It's so sad and pathetic. It's so, I'm angry. The other one failed a drug test. It's weed. Weed. They're like, oh, where does weed or marijuana enhance someone's performance ability? Really? It's rather disorientates. So this is, I'm so angry with the world we've created. That's why black TikTok creators, I'm like, wow, you guys finally are realizing what I've realized all these years. I'm just sure that you guys are realizing it now. That's why I don't. Then, if you're too good, oh, they call you the N-word, the N-word, the F-word, you're ugly. No, why they feel that I'm ugly is because I'm black. I know I'm gorgeous in my melanin, but they're like, oh no, you're ugly. If I was white, oh, you're gorgeous. But because I'm black, oh no, you're ugly, fugly, ugly, N-word, the N-word, the F-word, they've called me all that. You know why? Because I'm not white. I've known that all along, that once you're not white, they will consider you're ugly or exotic. Eh? Hello? Are you fucking serious? Then, when it comes to the swimming for Olympics, I just heard now that a black company created hats to help swimmers that are of color, people that have curly hair. And we must know, most times when people have curly hair, they're of a different race, you know, black, browns and stuff. And mostly having curly hair, curls, you know, to keep their hair in place. They decided, no, the cap is now banned from the Olympics.
There's another story that's got a lot of people up in arms. Swim caps that are designed for swimmers with natural hair have been banned from the game. So SoulCap, a black-owned company that designed and manufactures swimming caps, got rejected from the Federation for International Competitions in Water Sports. That group said that the Soul Caps deviate from, quote, the natural form of the head. Now, the company has responded saying, quote, we hope to further our work for diversity in swimming by having our swim caps certified for competition, so swimmers at any level don't have to choose between the sport they love and their hair. This is so antiquated. When I swam, and I swam at a Division I school, I swam at the Olympic level, and I had a number of two teammates at UCLA that had natural hair. They had to wear 2 swim caps. 2 swim caps. So first of all, having a soul cap, and there's other companies that produce swim caps for natural hair, but they're just so far and few between. When you go to a sporting goods store to get, you know, your Speedo swimsuit and your Speedo swim cap, they don't offer anything like soul caps. So my friends used to have to wear 2 swim caps and it would rip out their hair. So the fact that there's, number one, very little diversity when it comes to swimming, but number 2, that they don't even have representation. And the Olympics is a little different because if you're sponsored by a brand, that should be up to the brand to make sure that they're inclusive. So it's not really the athlete's choice to say, I want to wear a soul cap. Unfortunately, if you're sponsored by Nike, Nike should have an option like a soul cap.
No, Sam, I really appreciate you bringing this story up and adding your perspective, because when it comes down to it, in the world of swimming, you are the expert on this panel. I can speak as in terms of the hair element, deviate from the natural form of the head. What does that even mean?
Right.
What's the natural form of the head? Isn't your natural hair, just as your natural hair, Sam, would be the natural form of the hair, however it goes into the swim cap? And on top of it, I'm no swimming expert, but isn't the aerodynamics kind of making you more of an advantage? And this cap isn't as aerodynamic as the standard cap.
Yeah.
So what is the problem?
It would seem like a disadvantage. Yeah, it's just plain them being antiquated.
A lot.
And the Speedo 50 was created for Caucasian women's hair in order to keep it under there. So as somebody who just swam when I was little with the caps, your hair doesn't fit in there comfortably or make any sense. And so I think with swimming in general, even from a high school level, we saw with Breckin Willis in Alaska, the swimsuit was made for somebody with a different body than hers. So because of her body shape, she was disqualified and then allowed back in. And so that's another example of why swimming maybe needs to diversify. And so having people look really closely into these issues with the Olympics is something that we have to change moving forward.
Something to protect your hair so you can do your job. They're like, nope. So what do you want? And we all know that when you have locks of hair and it's kinky, highly textured, curly, it has weight, so it can, any amount of millimeter, it can affect your speed some kind of way when you're swimming. So they've now banned that from the Olympics. Covering your hair, something created for you so that way it works for your hair type, is a problem to the Olympics. You guys are not seeing that the Black Lives Matter movement, they don't fucks with it. They don't fucks with anything that is of color. They don't. So at this point I'm like, why don't they just do everything and we just sit around? Yeah, like they can do everything, we just sit around and copy them and then see how bland this world would be. It's so sad, and I'm so agitated. And like when I heard it, I was like, huh? What the fuck is going on with this world? So when I hear that TikTok is having, the TikTok black creators are on strike, I was like, honey, you guys should do like 1 year strike, because don't do like a week, do like a year of strike, because they don't deserve your innovation, they don't deserve your authenticity, they don't deserve what you bring to the table. That's why I created my own table. I've been self-employed for 4 years and I'm so humbled and grateful that I'm still making it work. Like, I don't miss working with these people. I'm sorry. The corporate politics in the world, oh, it's ridiculous. I don't miss it. I don't even remember their faces. The thought of even working with people, even for a day or two, makes me sick to my stomach. And I'm not even, it's not an excuse. Like, it's not like, oh, you're just making it up. No, I don't. Humans are exhausting and selfish. And then when it comes, then the discrimination, get the fuck out of here. It's like they took it to a whole fucking different level. Like once you hear what's going on, you're like, wow, this system was never created to help black, brown people of color thrive or succeed. That's why I noticed that when people of color are succeeding, they try to hide because they're scared, because they're like, oh my God, I hope they have to act a certain way to have some validation. They have to, they're careful because they're like, oh my God, I don't want to lose what I've worked so hard for. And it's sad. And these people can do whatever bullshit and still come scot-free. Oh, like nothing happened. What the fuck is that? Like, it makes no friend. Like, it makes no sense. Like, there should be accountability on an even play field. It's not fair that someone of a different race will have to work a million times harder just to get 1/10 or 1/100 of what a white person would do, someone of a white race. How is that? How does that make sense?
I mean, I'm not but I'm
like, really? And if you may succeed, is because you have like you're the token black friend. You succeed through assimilation. Excuse me, honey, this is why I don't have friends. I keep to myself. Like, if I had the opportunity not to work with people, I'll be retired today, honey. It's true. It's just so unfair. Like, the system was just created that way. And I'm not here to say, oh no, I'm not doing victim blaming. No, it's the reality I have come to realize and acknowledge, and it's just so obvious, you know. Like, it's not even elusive. It's like there in your face. Like, it's so lucid. Like, wow, I see it. Like, even if you're avoiding it, they force it down your throat to the point you're like, okay, I get it. Okay, I now get it. Because any effort you're making, it just goes. It's like you're watering a rock to make plants grow from a rock. Not possible. It's so hard. Like, how do you attack athletes? They smoked weed. You literally even aired one out. And now you're trying to make these athletes look awful in the eyes of the public. Really? For smoking weed and someone recovering from abortion, you literally trying to vilify these people so people will hate them and say, oh yes, they deserve what they're getting. Being banned from the Olympics for the most bullshit thing ever. And there are a lot of people of color that have gone through this, smoking weed and been incarcerated for many, many years for that. And now, oh, it's legal. These people are smoking it. It's a medication, it's a bullshit thing and all that stuff. And they're scot-free. Scot-free. Until it benefits them, that's when they accept it. You can be doing it because you're someone of color, black or, you know, brown, and you know that this... No. Until they use it and it works for them. Oh, okay, let's find a way to now make this commercialized. Let's find a way to now make this a normalcy. You bring an idea that is innovative and they're like, no. Okay, let's vote on it. They will do it and it works for them. Okay, let's vote on it. Okay. They will make it seem like it's their own idea. So TikTok black creators, people of color that, you know, creators on that platform, I just want to say I love you all so much. I don't know why you guys are on that platform, but you do you. But I'm here to say this has always been the way it is since the time of enslavement. It has been a system that just evolved. Slavery never ended. It just morphed and became enormous. It's like an unspoken culture and tradition that continues, and you either turn a blind eye towards it, or from it like it's not existing. It exists. It really does. And that's why they will never want to see you as an equal, to pay you as well as they pay the whites, your white counterparts in your offices, in your companies. Like, no, it will be, there's always the disparity. When there is a disease or a virus or something, they find a way to pin it on people of color or black people or brown people. Let's be real. COVID came, guess what? Who did they attack? And did it end there? They were like, oh no. What they did? Oh, in fact, the black and brown communities are the ones that are highly infected. Seriously? You attacked Asians that are of color for bullshit. It's a virus. No one goes and creates a virus. You attack them, and then, oh, in fact, they're not just the ones who are highly infected. The black and brown community, highly infected. You found a way to weave it into all the people of color as the ones who are the problem. Meanwhile, you're the ones who were traveling to different countries, different places, when they were like, oh, people should stop traveling, people should stay confined in their places. You get vacations and all that. You spread that shit and still found a way to make it about black people, brown people, and Asians, people of color. That they are the ones who are highly infected than the white race. How does that, how is that fair? And then when it comes to HIV, I just read an article. Do you know what they said? That 50% of black gay people would one time in their life have HIV. Really?
How does that make sense?
I don't know where to start.
These false accusations all started with the same lie. It's a stereotype sewn so deep in the fabric of this country.
Bye!
That they just know that you're gonna ignore huge plot holes in their cover-up.
Would contact HIV. Really? Seriously? So you found a way to vilify? I'm like, it's hard enough being black, then hard enough being from the LGBTQIA community. Now, oh no, in fact, they are the ones that 50% more or more would in their life have HIV. Who the fuck says that? How? What type of research and that they did for that? Really? What type of study is that? In other words, bitch, you're black. So it's like they didn't even want people of color or black people or brown people to ever exist. Do you know how bland this world would be if everyone were white? No seasoning, no hot sauce, no red lobster, no braids, no dance, no culture, no rhythm, no soul, no jazz, no dumplings, no culture, no beautiful crowns, those crowns, you know, in the movies like Korean movies, Thai movies, Chinese movies, no kung fu, no oriental flair, no Native Americans, no like the long hair, the Hawaiian culture, no, none of that. No curry, no sauce, no spices, no. Where do I start? No embroidery of clothing, no style, no flavor. It would have been ketchup and mustard on a bagel. Cheese, what the fuck? Seriously? Should we get into this dancing? No, like it's not fair. Unflavored chicken, unflavored food. No, using no delicacies. Amazing delicacies all over the world. Like that's what would have. What the fuck? I'm so tired. Anyway, I love you all so much, but I cannot wait to see you soon in the next video. I'm just so flabbergasted, flummoxed, gobsmacked by all the willful ignorance in the world. It's just pathetic to me, and I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Like, people, you're exhausting. This discrimination, racial inequality, injustice is just bullshit. So, black TikTokers, you guys do what you're doing. Ugh. I'll see you all soon in the next video, but this bitch is out. Yikes.
I'm gonna go for now.
Cause I'm loving myself real good. Did you guys hear that? I'm scared. In a way that you never could.